Welcome to the ACHR Newsroom. I'm Maria Taylor, Managing Editor of the ACHR News. An HVAC crew working on a routine installation found themselves turned into a group of heroes when they spotted a fire at a neighboring house. One of the crew called 911 while the other two pounded on the front door. A sleepy 12-year-old boy answered the door, unaware of the danger. The crew told him to get out of the house, but he said he needed to get his cats and shut the door. The technicians opened the door and told him to worry about himself first. The boy followed their instruction, and the two cats followed him. But the younger cat panicked and ran back in. One of the crew went in after it, and both came out safely. The crew contacted the boy's mother and waited for the fire department to arrive. They then went back and finished their installation. In a twist, it turned out the fire was caused by a defective attic fan. HVAC contractors continue to struggle with finding enough workers. So what can they do to attract recent tech school graduates? Chris Roth, CEO of National Technical Institute, recently sat down with ACHR News editorial director Kyle Gargero to discuss that topic. Roth ran his own contracting firm and faced the same hiring challenges as anyone else. When he visited trade schools, he was only able to bring a few students at a time into his business. His solution was to buy his own trade school.
We were looking for a school to purchase. We thought that that was the single best way to solve our skills gap need. And also, selfishly, we were spending a lot of money and time and energy on retaining our existing staff, and we were becoming a pretty good opportunity for people to poach our employees. So if I could create a better solution in our space and in our community, perhaps I could also save some of my employees from being recruited away. I would train them up and take the time, money and investment and put that into the employees, and then 2-3 years later, I'd find my competitors taking them from me. So if I could create a better solve in the community, perhaps I could save some of my employees while I solve their skills need gap as well. So we ended up acquiring NTI in 2018, January of 2018. Had been in existence in the city of Las Vegas for about 14 years. Had a pretty good reputation, although it was lovingly and jokingly we kid it was the best school in the city that nobody knew about. It had done 71 students its single best year, and fast forward to today, 2021, and we'll graduate over 3,000 students.
Roth soon found his true passion was in education, so he sold his business and now focuses entirely on the school. Roth said the biggest opportunity for contractors today is to partner with their local trade schools to develop and recruit the kind of technicians they want.
This podcast, that's where I believe the single biggest opportunity is for contractors today, is to partner in with all these local schools, because they're required to have an advisory board and they're required to produce an outcome that is acceptable in the community, so you can help influence the outcome of these students. Selfishly, you can get yourself involved and influence the outcome of the students you want to see. If you're finding that hiring students from your local schools doesn't seem to produce the right level of experience or the right outcomes that you would like to see, that's where you can actually help that school decide what those 700, 800, 900 hours are going to look like for the students. So that's the single biggest opportunity for contractors today, in my opinion, is to really get involved, find those schools in your communities and ask to get involved, be on the advisory board, do presentations in front of the classes, insert yourself, and what you'll find is that they're required to not only check a box that says, hey, XYZ contractor participating in an advisory board, but as you make recommendations outcome, they've got to measure those results. And so you can shape the outcome of these students. If the school in your community is not producing what you want, you can change that.
Emerson marked a major HVAC milestone this year, the 100th anniversary of the Copeland brand. Inventor Edmund Copeland founded the company in Detroit in 1921. The company moved to Ohio during the Depression. Emerson purchased the business and its compressor patent in 1986. Emerson recently completed a multi-million-dollar expansion of its Copeland engineering facility in Sydney, Ohio. The expansion adds 110,000 square feet to the engineering lab. Much of the lab's focus is on developing compressors that enable refrigerants with lower global warming potential. In other corporate news, Trane Technologies announced that Dave Regnery, current President and Chief Operating Officer, has been named CEO. Rigneri will also join the board of directors. He succeeds Mike Lamach. Lamach will serve as executive chair of the board until retiring from the company sometime in the first half of 2022. These changes are effective July 1st. Finally, as the coronavirus pandemic recedes, the HVAC industry is starting to look toward the future. The ACHR News is running a series of articles covering the outlook for various aspects of the industry. Our first installment deals with the challenges facing manufacturers. In the short run, that includes supply challenges and higher prices for materials and equipment. But opportunities also lie ahead. One is better communication with customers using online tools. Everyone learned how to Zoom in the past year. Now, manufacturers can use video conferencing to keep in contact when supply challenges arise. The pandemic also made both commercial customers and general consumers more aware about the indoor environment. This means more opportunities for IAQ products along with smart features for the HVAC system. Future installments of the series will focus on contractors, associations, and distributors. For more on these and other stories, please visit achrnews.com. I'm Maria Taylor. Thank you for watching.